Good morning to all. Today we are going to learn a topic, a hour of truth. It's a play, supplementary play of 12th standard. Written by Percival Wilde. Let us discuss what he had written in this play and why he got the title The Hour of the Truth. At the end, at the climax of the play, we come to know why he had given the title to this play as a Hour of the Truth. Let us see, there are so many characters are there. Let us discuss the character first. First is Robert Bladwin. Second, Martha, John, Eve, Mr. Marshall, and one more main character does not explained in your given in your book, that is Mr. John Cressum. This is not given in your book. Mr. John Cressum. Okay. Robert Bladwin. Martha is a wife of Robert Bladwin. John, his name is John Cressum Bladwin. His full name is, here in the book they had mentioned only John. He is a son of Robert Bladwin, and the Eve is a daughter of Robert Bladwin, and Mr. Marshall is a manager of the National Bank, and Mr. John Cressum is a friend of Robert Bladwin. Let us see what's there in the play. At the first they had described about the atmosphere, the surrounding of the day, the particular day, the climate, the weather, how it is. See, it is rather a hot and sunrise Sunday afternoon, and the sun overhead and the baked clay underfoot are merciless. It means they explain how the climate is. It is very hot, and the day they mentioned here is Sunday. It is very hot Sunday, and the sun is overhead. It means it shows the afternoon, and how the floor is. It is a baked clay for the mercilessly. It means how it is, which represents that it is very hot. In the distance, lowering cloud give promises coming relief. So from the distance, if you see the cloud, how it looks like little bit dark. It means that the rain is going to be. And at the parlor window of the rim little cottage, the Bladwin family is anxiously waiting for the return of his head. So the Bladwin family, the whole members, those who are in the family, the Martha, John and Eve, they are waiting anxiously, they were waiting very eagerly for the return of his head. Means the head of the family is Robert Bladwin. So they are waiting for the Robert Bladwin. John Bladwin's sons, an average young man of 27, is smoking a pipe as philosophically as if this day were no whit more momentous than any other. So the John, he is a son of Bladwin, how he is sitting, he is smoking, and philosophically it means he is thinking that is nothing more important than smoking. He is smoking very relaxedly without bothering about anything. But Martha, his mother, had made a little progress in the last half an hour. Eve, Bladwin's daughter, takes no pain of console her nervously. There is a tense pause. So now there is a change in the Martha behavior, and Eve is also very eager and waiting for the father arrival. So there is a tense pause. It means that the situation around the house is little bit tensed, because they are waiting for their father to return. Seems as none of them likes to break the silence. So each of them are very silent. They are busy in their own work. So no one is ready to talk or no one is ready to break the silence. For the 10th times in the 10 minutes, Eve goes to the window and look along the solitary road. So now what happened? Eve, within the 10 minutes, what she is going? She is going near the window and seeking her father, searching for her father arrival. Within 10 minutes, she went to the window for 10 times. So she is walking here and there. The scene, now the play starts. See, at Bladwin's. So this is scene in Bladwin's house. Martha, it's a time he was home. Now Martha is telling it is a time for her husband to be in the home. Eve is telling, yes mother, she is replying, yes this is a time, she is agreeing with the mother opinion. Martha, I do hope that hasn't forgotten his umbrella, he has such a habit of leaving it behind him. So now Martha is telling, she is believing that he had forgotten the umbrella to take with him. Nowadays it become a habit for the Robert Bladwin to leave his umbrella behind him. He is leaving there and he coming. Eve, yes mother. Again also Eve is replying in the same way. She is agreeing, yes mother. Martha, it might rain. Don't you think so, Eve? Now Martha is telling it might rain. That is, it might rain. So do you think? She is asking to Eve. And after a pause, mother, there is no answer. Now just Eve is replying mother, and she had not given any answer because she is very much eager to see when her father, waiting for her father from the return from his office. So they are waiting for their father. Mother, what does Mrs. Crescent want him? He has done nothing wrong. So now his mother is Eve is asking to his mother, what does Crescent need from his father? She is asking for him. And Martha, your father? No, Eve. So mother is telling, from your father? No, she don't know what he need from his father. So then why did Mr. Crescent send for him? So why Mr. Crescent is calling his father? They don't know the reason why they had called. So in this play, in our textbook, this is a very big play. For our better understanding, they had given some passage. When we go through that passage, then only we will understand the scene fully. See, let us understand better, Martha and Eve had heard that Crescent had been arrested on the suspicion of committing a fraud in the bank. They were angry and shocked at the news. So just now only they come to know that Mr. Crescent had arrested for suspicion that he had did some fraud in the bank. And by hearing the news, they were angry as well as they were shocked. Martha, he wanted to talk to him. So he wanted to talk to him, she is telling. Eve, what about, now Eve is asking why he need the father to meet Crescent. So now Martha had replied that Mr. Crescent has to talk to him. So Eve, what about Mr. Crescent has been arrested, they are going to try him tomorrow, what can he want with father? So she is asking now because he was arrested for the suspicious, and what is the thing he want to discuss with the father, as well as she is telling tomorrow he is going, he is going to have a try with tomorrow. It means in court they will inquire him, no, that is the thing, that is it mentioned here, try him tomorrow. It means in court they will inquire him, the inquiry is going on for him on tomorrow. What is at this time, why he want to meet his father? That is the question for Eve to ask to his mother Martha. Your father will have to give evidence. So Martha, now who is going to become evidence of the crime which is done by John Crescent? Robert Bladwin. What about but he going to give evidence against Mr. Crescent. Why should Mr. Crescent want to see him? Now what is going to happen? Now Robert John is going to give evidence against John Crescent. So why these two peoples are going to meet each other? That is a question is arised in the mind of the Eve, and she is inquiring with her mother. Martha, mother is replying now, I don't know, Eve, you know, your father does not say much about this business affair. So now mother is replying that his father does not share anything with her mother about his business related things. I didn't know that was anything wrong with the bank until I saw it in this paper. So even mother Martha don't know these things which is happened in the bank without seeing the paper. So she don't know until she see the newspaper. She don't know the reason what's happened. Your father could not tell me to draw my money out. He thought it was not loyal to me, to Mr. Crescent. I did it of my own accord against his wish when I suspected. So even his father had not said to his mother to withdraw the money which is kept on the bank, because they know that his bank is going to destroy. Even though his father know the truth, but father had not asked his mother to withdraw the money. But by her own wish, on her own accord, it means by her own wish, against the wish of his husband, she had withdrawn the money with her own suspicion. Eve, do you think that father had anything to do with or with? She is asking whether the father have any link of this crime. She is inquiring to mother. Martha, with the wrecking of this bank, you know him better than Eve. So he is telling this destroying of the bank, he don't know anything. So you know him better than that Eve. So now mother is telling, qualifying, she is telling the pride of his father, because his father is a honest man. He won't do anything wrong. But he did not know what was going on. So now Eve is telling the fathers don't know what is going on around there. So Martha, Eve, I don't believe your father ever did a wrong thing in his life. So Martha is telling about the pride of his husband, that she is telling to Eve that her father had not did anything wrong in her life. Throughout his life he had not did any wrong thing. Not if he know it was wrong, he found out by the accident, found out what Mr. Crescent was doing. So he is not doing wrong, but in accidentally he had find out what is the Mrs. Crescent did, what's the wrong it did by the Mrs. Crescent, Mr. Crescent. So Eve, how do you know that? The last para only she had said that she don't know, the father will not discuss anything with the mother about the business. Now she said that he know only the day before. And how she know all these things? The Eve is asking to the Martha, mother. I don't know, I suspect it. Even she don't know the clear, but just she have a suspicion. Something he said, you will, Eve, he can't have done anything wrong. They haven't intended him. So the father had not did anything wrong. They are not going, intend means they are not going to blame him. They are not going to give any charge for the mistake. Eve, no, they don't intend him because they want him to be testify against. So here they are not going to blame him, but they are going to take the man as a evidence, the father as a evidence. Mr. Crescent, that's a little consoling mother. So Mr. Crescent, against Mr. Crescent he is going to testify, means he is going to say that he is going to become a evidence against Mr. Crescent. So that little consoling mother, it means that makes mother to get relaxed. So now what happened? John is entering on the scene. Now mother Eve and Martha, both of mother and Eve are discussing. Now what happened? John enter means at the time it is not his appearing of the scene, but he is interpreting the conversation between mother and the Eve. John, look here mother, what does Crescent want with the governor? Governor means it's not a governor, actual governor. It's a governor means it's a respectable word he used to call for his father, that is a governor. Look at here mother, what does Crescent want with the governor? What Crescent want with his father, he is asking. Eve, I have just been asking that. No, now what we had discussed in the previous one scene, just the mother and the daughter, they are discussing why Crescent want to meet Robert, his father. I don't know, John. Mother is replying, she don't know. John, did you ask him? Didn't you ask him? He is asking whether you had asked why he was going to meet Mr. Crescent. So Martha, yes, I asked him. He did not say, John. I didn't think that he knew himself. So he is Martha is replying that even she had asked, but he had not given any reply. Even father don't know what they are going to talk about. John, I was talking to the assistant cashier yesterday. So yesterday he went and met the cashier. Eve is telling immediately. Eve is asking. Donovan. Donovan is a character. One more character is there. I had not missed it. He is a cashier of the bank. So she is asking about the door. She is immediately Eve had replied whether it is Donovan. Yes, Donovan. I saw him up at the athletic club. He said that nobody has any idea that was anything wrong until the crush came. So no one knows that the immediate result of the bank immediately it's going to crush. So Donovan had been there 8 years. Donovan had worked there for the 8 years. He thought that he was taken care of the rest of his life. He had got married on the strength of it. So he had worked there for 8 years. Remaining years also he is going to work there and he is going to have a livelihood from that bank. Even he had got married with the strength of the bank. So and then one morning there was a sign up on the door. It was like a bolt out of the clear sky. It is an idiom they had used there. Bolt out of the clear sky. It means there is a immediate thunder will occur in the bright clear sky. In clear sky we won't see any thunder. In the cloudy sky only we will hear the thunder. But in the clear sky means it's abnormally in the door of the bank they had written the bank was closed. For your better understanding, they had given a passage. After Crescent's arrest, Eve and the Martha got the news that Donovan, another employee of the bank, has also lost his job. So now Donovan had lost his job. Then Eve is asking, and father, what about, she is inquiring, what about the father's job? John, he says that the governor must have known, he will swear nobody else did. You see, father was closer to Crescent and anyone else. That put him in a nice position, doesn't it? So he is asked, John is replying that father is very close to Crescent. So this is a position, definitely father is going to lose the job. So he is telling that this is a thing what he had get from his friendship, that he is going to lose the position. Position means the job here. Martha, what do you mean, John? She is asking, mother is asking, what do you mean? And John replied, father is the only witness against John Crescent and me named after him, John Crescent Bladwin at your service. So father is the only witness against John Crescent, the only witness against his crime, John Crescent crime, that Robert Bladwin is there. So father is the only witness against his crime. And the name he got, already I told you, his name is John Crescent Bladwin, but here they had given only John. So he was named after his friend John Crescent. So his name is John Crescent Bladwin. Mother, your father will do his duty, John, no matter what comes of it. So Martha is telling about his husband quality, that his father is doing only his duty, and what may come we will see. She is replying in that way. And John, I know it, I am not sure, but what is right? So now John is telling, I know he is good, but I don't know what is going to happen. Then John Crescent grown rich in 20 years and the governor pegging along his secretary at $26 a week. So within this 20 years, the John Crescent had attained a very good position in the society, but till governor means his father, till he is earning only $60 a week. Martha, your father never complained. Martha is telling, this is a thing his father had never worried about it. And he had not complained to anyone. John, no, that is the pity of it. So he is thinking that is the worst thing about him. He did not complain. He never bothered about it. Well, he will have his chance tomorrow. He will go on the stand, and when he will put John Crescent where he won't be able to hurt anybody for a while. Wasn't justified with underpaying his employee, had to rob his depositor, serve him jolly well right. It means his father was not paid much. He was very underemployed. Underemployed means the person, those who are not getting the salary for what they are working for, that is underemployed. So till to the 20 years he was underemployed. He was not get the proper salary. So for all these things, and what they are telling, he has not satisfied the depositors. He had looted the money, robbed the money from the depositor. For that only he is getting the right punishment. That is serve him jolly well right. It means he is going to get the apt punishment, right punishment. Okay. Now there is a click of the latch key outside Eve makes from the door. So there is a calling, allowing bell is there from the door. So now what happened? John, hello dad, he is welcoming his father. Bladwin, how are you my boy? He shake his hands with John. Eve, he kissed her. So what happened? John is welcoming his father welcomed him by giving a shake hand, and then Eve he is kissing her. John, well dad, what do you think it's about the time you told us something? So he is asking whether you want to say anything about anything you want to say now. But Bladwin told you something, I don't understand John. He is telling whether I want to say anything. I am not sure what I have to tell you. John, people have been talking about you saying things. So now John is started that people are saying something about you. For your better understanding, another senior member of the bank, Bladwin, father of the John and the Eve and the husband of Martha, is however believed to be the honest. So these peoples are he is very honest man. This qualifies the quality of the Bladwin. Bladwin, what kind of thing, John? He is asking, what is the thing that people are speaking about myself? So John, you are imagine rotten things that I couldn't contradict them. Bladwin, why not John? Because I didn't know. Bladwin, did you know, have to know, wasn't it enough that you know your father? John, I beg your pardon, please, sir. So what happened? John want to know what is happening. At least his father has to say something about the incident, what is happening around. Now that Bladwin is reply, you know your father well, then why you need all the questions? So what happened? Again, John, what he said, I beg for your pardon. Pardon means have to not hearing properly. You have to tell me again. That is mean pardon. So he is asking, Bladwin, it was only a day before the mashup that I find out that what Krasm was doing. So before the day mashup means the completely collapsed occurred in the bank. Before a day only, Robert Bladwin had found out that Krasm is doing something wrong. So they are listening. I told him that he could have to make good. He said he can't. So now Bladwin is advising to the Krasm to do something good, what he can do. But Krasm replied that he can't able to do anything. The stage is fully collapsed. So Eve, and what happened? She is asking, what is going to happen? Bladwin, I told him he could have to go do the best he could, and the first step he could be close the bank. He couldn't want to do that. So the Bladwin is giving the advice to Krasm to close the bank, but Krasm had refused. He is not ready to close the bank. Martha, why? But he did it. But at last, what has happened? The bank was closed. Bladwin, I made him to do it. He was angry, very angry, but I have wiped hands. So he is asking him to do that. Bladwin forced Krasm to do that. The paper did not mention that. Eve is telling in the newspaper they had not mentioned anything, such a things that he was recommended by his father to close the bank. Bladwin, I didn't think it is necessary to tell them. So it is, your father is telling this matter is not necessary, not essential to mention in the paper. So Martha, but you let your name rest under the cloud meanwhile. It's a cloud meanwhile means in the suspicion. So even the crime which is did by the John Krasm, even the people are going to suspect him. The suspicion is a cloud meanwhile. Sandegamaga, that is a cloud meanwhile. Bladwin, it will be cleared tomorrow, won't it? Today Krasm sent for me. The trial begin in 24 hours. I am the only witness against him. He asked, you can guess what? So now he is telling tomorrow within 24 hours we are going to know what is the result and what the people is going to talk about and what is going to happen to Krasm, because there is tomorrow they have an inquiry in the court. John, I wanted you to lie to save his skin. Yeah, wanted you to perjure yourself. So he is telling with the angry face, John is telling whether he asked you to say any lies, whether he asked you to say any sure false, any it means he is going to say any lie, that is a sure false. Perjure means sure false. It is not right, not true, that is sure false. So now Bladwin, that wasn't be necessary, John. He just wanted me to have an attack of your poor memory. If I tell all I know, John Krasm will go to jail. No power on earth can save him from it, but he wants me to forget a little, just an essential thing. when they question me, I can answer, I don't remember. They can't prove I do remember, and there you are. So what happened? That is not necessary to tell any false statement, not tell any truth. It is not necessary. Only Krasm asked him to have a poor memory. Attack on his poor memory means he has to say only a few things that he is not remembering. That he is not. Whenever the question arises on him, just he have to reply that he is not remembering. He had not remembering properly. So with this, would it be a lie? That then John is telling this also considered to be the lie. Of course, but it is done every day, and he could not touch me and any more than they could convict him. So if you say the answer, I am not remembering, there is no proof whether he is remembering or not remembering. So it is not going to affect anything. It won't consider to be the lie, because simply he is going to say that he is not remembering. Martha, how dare he ask such things? So now Martha is telling, how dare, enna dhairiyam irundha, he is asking you to say the lie. What did you say, father? Eve is telling what his father is going to say. Then Baldwin, well son, what could you have said? He is asking, now he is asking John, if you are in the situation, what is the thing you are going to say? John, I have told him to go to the devil. So I will tell. John is telling that he will say that poda. In that sense, you go to the hell, that is to go to the devil. So Baldwin, I did, but I did not use your word. So Baldwin said, I also do the same, but I am not used the word which you had used. John, he is too old friend of mine for that. Whatever I did in my minence means making small matter, minence means small, making small. Minence matter any, he understood what I meant. So I had not used any words, I had not make it into a small matter, but he had understood what Krasm had understood what Baldwin is going to convey. Eve, and what he says then, there wasn't much to say. So now Eve is asking what Krasm replied, and Baldwin said that she has not much to say. He wasn't surprised, he was not surprised, because he know me for 35 years. So he knows him, Baldwin, John Krasm knows Baldwin for 35 years. And well, anybody who know me for 35 years does not accept me to haggle means argue with my conscience. So he is not ready to do anything against his conscience. If it had been anybody else than Krasm, I would have strung him across his face. If this question might be asked by someone else other than the Krasm, what he will do? Definitely he will give a slap on their face. But John Krasm and I were the boy together. We worked side by side, and I have been in his employ ever since he started it in for himself. He desperate, he does not know what he is doing, and he doesn't have offered me money. So for the 35 years they know each other from the childhood itself. They had worked each other side by side, and he knows about him very well, and whatever the work is done by the Krasm, he is not offering any money for the Baldwin, but he is earning in his own way. He is not having any partnership with Baldwin, just he is paying the money for what the work which is done by the Baldwin. Baldwin pressurized by the Krasms to falsely declare that he does not remember the fact, but Baldwin refused to do so. So Krasm had forced him to do, but he had not accepted, he had refused. Baldwin had refused to do the convey the false statement. So John, offered you money, Dad? So John is asking whether he had offered any money to him. Baldwin, yes, he did put it aside ready for the emergency. If they don't convince him, he will hand it over to me. The law cannot stop him. But if I live till tomorrow night, they will convict him. God knows I want no share in the bringing about his punishment. Young man and the old man, I have worked with him, and for him and the best part of my life, I am loyal to him. I have always been loyal to him, but when John Krasm ceased to be an honest man, John Crescent and I part company. So what happened? He is telling, his father is telling, yes, he had given the money. If he was not convicted by the police, what happened tomorrow morning? Then he will give the money to Gladwin. So he is telling that he was very loyal to him. From the young age itself, he was very loyal to him. He is very loyal to his work, and he was very much close with his loyal to his friendship. And when he come to know that he did some dishonesty, and definitely the John Crescent and I part company, means they will get separate, because if he come to know that he did anything wrong, definitely you won't give a company, you won't develop a friendship with him. So there is a past. Robert, Martha is calling Robert. Next class we will discuss about the remaining part of the story. Thank you.